Looking for treasure or something of old, hoping for silver or better yet gold. Detector, pinpointer, digger and pouch, all ready to go sitting next to the couch. Can't sleep for thinking about my next find. It must seem to others that I've lost my mind. Hundreds of pull tabs can slaw and metal, searching daylight to dark, not content to just settle. And the next special thing to come from the ground was just sitting there, waiting for me to be found.
Okay, the UPS driver just left, dropped off this package, and I'm assuming that it is a Garrett Sea Hunter Mark II. Let me cut the tape and then we'll open this baby together. Okay, that's not a knife. That's a knife. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Okay, looks like here. Here. Stabby. Tickles me every time I see a deep digger down do that. When he finds a gun or a knife, it's always stabby. Shh. Pow. Alright, Garrett. Metal detectors. Give me a second to slide it. The box is somewhat smaller than I imagined, but I guess it's... Let's see what we got here. It's got to be fairly small to... Yeah, as small as I can make it anyway for the shipping. Okay, we got a video. We got some accessories. I'm sure there's some brackets. Looks like the pouch where you can hold the head here on your belt. Wow, this is 10 by 14 coil. It's a pretty big coil there for what it is. Let's see. Of course, we've got the upper shaft and set of waterproof headphones. Stands to reason, says it's an underwater detector. This is pretty cool. This is the whole thing. It's got a little heft to it. I could see how some of the reviews I read talk about this being, let's say a little heavy with it shaft mounted. Of course, there's also the option of going with maybe an Anderson aftermarket. Let me see, so I don't pull the end of this thing off. Let's see how this works. And I think I'm going to open that up. There we go. And there's the rest of the shaft. It looks like the lower piece with the bolt that holds the coil goes on. There's another piece. That might be an extension. Oh, I see. This is the diver shaft on his side. This is the standard shaft, I would assume. Not sure about that piece. It may or may not be an extension to put the thing back behind your elbow. And this is also, this was a 2-coil package. So this is the standard coil. I think it's a 8-inch. And they used to have, and what it was actually advertised with was a 10-inch coil and an 8-inch coil. But this one is actually a 10 by 14. So it's elliptical. It's not round like, I guess like the older packages, which is, you know, fine by me. So anyway, let me see if I can get this thing together and read some of the instructions and figure out what all we got. Well, yeah, I figured as hot as it's getting here in Central Florida that I might revert to real saltwater metal detecting in the water. Maybe help cool off and prolong some of the hunts or whatever. Anyway, that should cover it. I'll show you a picture when I get it all, or a video when I get it all together. Okay, here it is put together. Here's I put the small coil on just to put it in. I did the undercuff mount. A couple things. I'm not real excited about, I'm sure it doesn't make any difference to the machine or its operation, but it's just wobbly. It's got, let's see, it's got one piece that slides into the aluminum there, down from here, the piece that hooks to the coil, slides up inside the aluminum. It's got a push button adjustable, you know, slides it in and out. Then it's got a tube that goes in here to put these together, right there, and then there's a nut on each side, and you know, it's sturdy enough, I'm sure. I did the undercuff mount, but as you can see, these things are tapered, or maybe you can't. They're tapered, and the brackets are also tapered. So they are marked right and left. But right and left, if you're going to top mount, if you're going to put it up here. So it looked to me like it would be top heavy mounted on top of the shaft. But if you mount it underneath, you need to switch places. And don't think you can like leave these here screws loose, pop one side in and then, you know, pop the other. You have to put one side on, slide the bolts through, leave the other side off, get the machine hooked up on that one side, then slip it into the grooves here, and then put it back, holding these, and put it back over there. So anyway, I mean, minor thing. That, and this could have been, this grip padding could have been slid down a little farther. I'll try and work it, but it seems like it's pretty tight. It could have gone down a little bit, or they could have trimmed it a little closer there. What else? Oh, this cuff will actually go back one more notch, but when you get it, if you pull it back one more notch, you got to pull a screw out here and pull this tether and plug out, because the ropes go in here and you can't get the nylon bolt and nut through there when you slide it back to here once you put it in there. But I've got a big forearm, and I tried sliding it back. I don't know if I can get this all arranged, but it's a straight cuff, and with it slid back, then it was even farther. You could bend this open, because the cuff isn't tapered, it's straight. It's aluminum, it's a good sturdy cuff, but I put it back because even farther now, it's, to me, now I'm not in the water, so I'm not sure, but it seems seems a little heavy with that box sitting right, sitting right under the cuff. I don't know. It may not make any difference in the water. But what I'll probably do is, just for my own preferences, I know that wobbly shaft isn't going to make any difference to how the machine performs. But I'm more than, I'd say 99% sure I'm going to get an Anderson shaft, aftermarket shaft, carbon, and use that. I think that it's a lot sturdier. It will be a little lighter, but I don't think that's a major thing. And I'll probably not wear that in the pouch, but I'll either put it in my shoulder. I've got a shoulder pouch that I use for fines. I may connect that bag, the pouch for this, to it somehow and wear it over shoulder. Wear it right shoulder to left hip, because I'm right-handed, and it'll help, keep that out of the way, for a swing. I don't know, I just have to try it. I may want it on the right side because of the scoop, I don't know. But anyway, that's where I'm at. What else? I put the little, get this thing over the rug, excuse the camera jumping. I put this little Velcro thing they provided right there to try and keep the cable coming up fairly straight out of the coil. I don't like to see them bent over, tight, because I think that takes away from the life. And one other thing, I did put a tie wrap right here to hold this, so once again that's going to be at a pretty straight angle, and it's completely out of the way. One thing I do, I don't know if this is, but these things, when you cut them, they're pretty sharp, and I just take the old Bic and melt that end a little bit, and it that way you're not going to get cut or anything, because they can't. There we go. Well, let's see how tough they build them. They can, cut you up. So anyway, that's it. They sent batteries with it. I guess this is some sort of an upgrade. I know they used to come with a straight round 10-inch coil, and the dual coil package, and then that 8-inch coil. So, and it is marked Garrett metal detectors coil PL 10x14 C100 Mark II. So I'm assuming that is the right coil for it. Anyway, that's my unboxing. Maybe it helped, maybe it didn't. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Thanks. Bye. One other thing I wanted to get back to. I'm fixing to go online and register the product for warranty. And this was actually, I purchased this from the Detector Experts. And I tell you, it was here, I think it was, did it maybe Monday, and it's here Wednesday. I mean, it was 2 days it was sitting here. Expedited shipping. I didn't pay any shipping costs. They fulfilled it through Amazon. And I don't believe there was any tax. I can't remember. I don't think there was, but there could have been. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. The Detector Experts. So the buying experience was great. I don't have any complaints whatsoever with that. And that's it. I really am going now.